The sky was clear over Earth, but something unusual was happening. In the year 2150, humanity had made great strides in technology and unity. People from different nations worked together for a common goal. They were ready for anything except for what came next. One sunny afternoon, as people went about their daily lives, a strange signal pierced through the airwaves. Scientists at Earth Space Command received it first. They huddled around the screens, wide-eyed and curious. The signal was unlike anything they had seen before. It was powerful, full of energy, and clear. Commander Ava Sinclair was the first to understand its meaning. The aliens were challenging humanity. The message was simple yet alarming. We are the greatest in the galaxy. Prove us wrong. We challenge Earth to a battle. Ava felt a mix of fear and excitement. This was a direct threat, but it was also an opportunity. She quickly called a meeting with her team. In the large conference room, tension filled the air. Scientists, engineers, and soldiers gathered, all looking to Ava for guidance. "Everyone, listen up," Ava began, her voice steady. "We have received a challenge from an alien race. They think we are weak, that we cannot defend our home. We cannot let them think they are right. We must stand together." The room buzzed with energy. People exchanged glances, their minds racing. Some were excited, ready to defend their planet. Others looked worried, unsure of what was coming. Ava noticed the expressions on their faces and decided to focus on hope. "Remember," she continued, "we have faced challenges before. We have fought wars and overcome obstacles. This is just another fight for our survival. We must prepare." Her words ignited a fire in everyone's hearts. They all knew what they had to do. A scientist named Dr. Malik raised his hand, eager to speak. "Commander, we need to enhance our technology. If we're going to fight, we have to be ready with the best weapons and defenses." Ava nodded. "Yes, we will gather our best minds. We'll work day and night if we have to." With that, the team sprang into action. Engineers rushed to the labs, ready to improve existing technology. Soldiers began training, preparing their bodies and minds for the battle ahead. The world watched in awe as news of the alien challenge spread like wildfire. Television screens showed images of Commander Ava rallying people across the globe. "We are not afraid," she declared in front of millions. "We are humans and we will not back down." As Ava spoke, people in their homes felt a surge of pride. They began to unite, sharing their hopes and fears. Social media exploded with messages of support. Citizens from every corner of the world joined hands, their hearts beating in rhythm. They were ready to fight for their planet. Days turned into weeks as preparations intensified. In military bases and research facilities, humans worked together. They built new spaceships equipped with advanced technology. Engineers created powerful weapons that could match the alien forces. Ava watched as the team grew stronger. She saw friendships blossom among soldiers and scientists, each one knowing their role in this epic battle. They were not just fighting for survival, they were fighting for each other. One evening, as the sun set over the horizon, Ava stood on a hill overlooking the command center. She could see the lights flickering as the team continued to work. In that moment, she felt a deep connection to everyone. They were all part of something bigger than themselves. Then she turned her gaze to the stars, wondering about the aliens who had sent the challenge. What kind of beings were they? Were they really as powerful as they claimed? Ava's heart raced at the thought. She knew they had to be ready, not just for a fight, but for whatever was to come. Little did they know this was just the beginning. The aliens would soon arrive, and humanity would be tested like never before. But for now, they were united, ready to face the unknown. They had accepted the challenge, and they would show the universe that humanity was far from weak. The days following the alien challenge were filled with urgency and determination. Humanity understood the stakes. They had to be ready for a fight that could change everything. Commander Ava Sinclair was leading the charge, and she knew that every moment counted. In the heart of Earth Space Command, engineers and scientists worked around the clock. Bright lights illuminated the vast rooms filled with computers and equipment. The sound of clanging metal and buzzing machines echoed as teams created new technologies to defend their planet. Dr. Malik, the lead scientist, was excited about the developments. "Commander," he said one morning, his eyes shining with enthusiasm, "we are working on a new energy shield for the spaceships. It will protect us from the aliens' attacks and give us a better chance in battle." Ava smiled at his energy. "That sounds amazing, Dr. Malik. Let's make sure we can test it as soon as possible. We need to know it works before the fight." Meanwhile, in another part of the command center, Soldiers trained vigorously. They practiced combat drills, sharpening their skills for the upcoming battle. Ava visited the training area to see how everyone was doing. She was pleased to see the soldiers giving their all, their faces filled with focus and determination. "Keep pushing yourselves!" she shouted, encouraging them. "Every drill makes you stronger and more prepared. We are fighting not just for ourselves, but for everyone on this planet." As Ava spoke, the soldiers cheered, their spirits lifted by her words. They knew they had a tough road ahead, but they were ready to face it together. Each day brought them closer, building a sense of unity and friendship among the team. In the evenings, the command center held strategy meetings. Ava and her team gathered to discuss plans. Maps of the galaxy were spread out on the table, showing the location of the alien fleet. They analyzed every detail, looking for weaknesses. Ava listened carefully to each member's ideas. "We need to use our environment to our advantage," she said. "Let's plan to draw the aliens into areas where we can trap them or surprise them." The team nodded in agreement. They started brainstorming creative tactics, merging science with military strategy. They had learned from history that knowledge and preparation were their best allies. As the days passed, they also focused on building morale. Ava knew that keeping spirits high was just as important as training. They organized movie nights in the command center, showing classic films that celebrated courage and teamwork. Laughter filled the halls as they shared popcorn and stories. One night, a young soldier named Jamie spoke up. "Commander, what if we use some of the tactics from the old movies in our plans?" They always had great ideas for outsmarting the enemy. Ava loved the idea. "That's brilliant, Jamie! Let's take inspiration from those films and create our own strategies. We'll surprise the aliens in ways they won't expect." Inspired by the creativity of her team, Ava felt more confident about the upcoming battle. She could see that everyone was investing their hearts and minds into the preparation. Each person knew they had a role to play, and that made them stronger. Meanwhile, Dr. Malik and his team had a breakthrough. They successfully tested the new energy shield, and it worked better than expected. The news spread quickly throughout the command center. Ava called for a meeting to share the exciting development. "Everyone gather around," she said, her voice filled with excitement. "Dr. Malik and his team have created an energy shield that will protect our ships from the aliens' weapons." Cheers erupted in the room. People hugged and celebrated. Ava felt a wave of pride wash over her. They were truly becoming a united force. With only a few weeks left before the alien fleet was expected to arrive, the atmosphere was charged with anticipation. Everyone knew the battle would be fierce. They were ready to face whatever came their way, and they were ready to show the aliens that humanity would not back down. As Ava looked around the command center, she saw hope in every face. They were no longer just individuals. They were a team, a family ready to fight for their home. The world outside may not have known what was coming, but within those walls, they had found strength, unity, and a sense of purpose. The time to prepare was running out, but they would make every moment count. The challenge was on, and humanity was ready. Together, they would rise to meet the unknown. The day had finally arrived. The atmosphere around Earth was tense as the alien fleet approached. Millions of eyes were glued to their screens, and hearts raced with anticipation. In the command center, Commander Ava Sinclair stood at the helm, ready to lead her team into battle. "Get ready, everyone," Ava said, her voice steady. "This is the moment we've trained for. We will show the aliens that humanity is strong and united." The soldiers and scientists gathered in the command center felt the weight of her words. They had prepared for weeks, and now it was time to face their enemy. Ava looked around at her team, feeling a mix of fear and determination. She could see the courage in their eyes, and she knew they were ready to defend their home. As the alien ships appeared on the radar, the control room buzzed with activity. Dr. Malik monitored the readings, his eyes wide with excitement. "Commander, they're here! The fleet is massive, but our new energy shields are ready." Ava nodded. "Let's not underestimate them. We need to stay sharp and keep our tactics in mind. Remember our plan." Outside, the alien ships hovered ominously in space. Their sleek, dark designs were unlike anything humanity had ever seen. A sense of dread washed over Ava as she imagined the powerful beings inside those ships. What kind of weapons did they possess? How advanced were they? As the fleet moved closer, the first contact became more than just a signal. It was a reality. The aliens sent a message, their voices booming across the communication channels. "Earthlings! You have accepted our challenge. Prepare for battle. Ava felt a chill run down her spine. She glanced at her team, who were now on high alert. The time for words was over. Action was required. Deploy our ships, she commanded, her voice firm. Let's show them what we're made of. The team rushed into action, and soon the bright lights of the launch bay illuminated the darkened command center. Humanity's fleet of ships, equipped with their newly developed energy shields, prepared to engage. Ava watched as the ships took off, each one a testament to the hard work and dedication of her team. They soared into the void, ready to confront the aliens. The sight was breathtaking, an array of humanity's best technology flying side by side. The battle began swiftly. As the human ships engaged, the air crackled with energy. Bright beams of light shot through space as the aliens retaliated. Ava's heart raced as she watched the chaos unfold on the screens. Stay focused! Stay together! Ava shouted to her pilots. We need to work as one! In the heat of battle, soldiers communicated seamlessly. They executed maneuvers, dodging enemy fire while delivering precise shots of their own. The energy shields held strong against the alien attacks, which was a relief. But suddenly, a powerful alien ship unleashed a massive energy blast, hitting one of the human vessels. The ship exploded into a shower of sparks, and Ava's heart sank. She knew that every loss meant a family shattered back on Earth. Commander, we need to regroup, shouted one of the pilots over the comms. We can't afford to lose more ships. Ava gritted her teeth. We need to change our tactics. Focus fire on one ship at a time. Let's take them down together. Her commands ignited a new wave of energy among the pilots. They began to work as a cohesive unit, targeting the largest alien ships first. As they coordinated their efforts, they started to gain the upper hand. Meanwhile, Dr. Malik monitored the battle from the command center. Commander, our new shields are holding, but we need to be careful. They're adapting quickly. Keep an eye on their movements, Dr. Malik. We need to stay one step ahead, Ava replied, determination in her voice. Then, in a surprising twist, one of the alien ships suddenly veered away from the battle. It looked damaged and weak, its bright lights flickering. The other ships continued to fight, but Ava noticed the change. What's happening? She asked, curiosity piqued. I think one of their ships is retreating, Dr. Malik exclaimed. Maybe we can use this to our advantage. Let's follow it, Ava said. It might lead us to valuable information. As they pursued the retreating ship, Ava felt a flicker of hope. They were fighting hard, and even if they lost some ships, they were still holding their ground. The battle was fierce, but they were united, and they were not backing down. This was just the beginning. Humanity had accepted the challenge, and they were ready to show the universe their strength. The battle raged on in the vastness of space. Commander Ava Sinclair and her team were in the thick of it, dodging alien fire and pushing their ships to the limits. It was intense, and the stakes had never been higher. Despite the loss of some ships, the human fleet was still holding strong, but they needed a turning point to shift the tide in their favor. Stay in formation! Ava shouted over the comms, her voice cutting through the chaos. We need to stick together if we want to win this fight! Her words motivated the pilots. They maneuvered their ships as one, a tight-knit unit darting through the stars. The energy shields glimmered with each attack, absorbing the powerful blasts from the alien fleet. In the command center, Dr. Malik studied the data on his screens. Commander, we've detected a pattern in their attacks. They seem to concentrate fire on specific targets. If we can use that to our advantage, we might be able to draw them into a trap. Ava nodded, her mind racing. Let's use their strategy against them. We'll pretend to expose a weakness and lure them in. When they commit to the attack, we'll strike back with everything we have. With the new plan in place, Ava instructed her pilots to shift their formations. They created a front line that appeared vulnerable. The aliens, sensing the shift, took the bait and charged in, their ships gleaming as they closed the distance. Now! Ava shouted. Fire on my mark! The human fleet braced itself, holding their fire until the aliens were within range. When the moment was right, Ava's voice rang out. Fire! Beams of bright light shot from the human ships, illuminating the dark expanse. The surprise attack caught the alien fleet off guard, their ships caught in the deadly crossfire. Good shot! Cheered one of the pilots as they destroyed an enemy ship. The tide was beginning to turn. The aliens, realizing they had underestimated humanity, scrambled to regroup. But Ava and her team pressed the advantage, taking down ship after ship. Keep the pressure on, Ava commanded. We can't let them recover. As the battle continued, the human fleet found their rhythm. Their tactics, honed through weeks of training, were finally coming together. They moved like a well-oiled machine, communicating effortlessly as they targeted alien ships. Meanwhile, Dr. Malik noticed something on his screens. Commander, we have a new signal coming from the retreating ship. It's broadcasting something in their language. What does it say? Ava asked, intrigued. It seems to be a distress signal, he replied. They might be asking for reinforcements. If we can intercept that signal, we might disrupt their coordination. Then let's do it! We can't let them call for backup, Ava ordered, determination in her eyes. With her fleet focused on the enemy, Ava sent a small group of ships to intercept the signal. They maneuvered skillfully, weaving through the debris of battle. As they closed in on the source, they prepared to jam the transmission. Ready on my mark, the lead pilot said, sweat beading on his forehead. 3, 2, 1, now! Ava instructed, and the ships unleashed a powerful electronic pulse. The signal was interrupted, and Ava could see the alien fleet falter. Confusion spread among their ranks. It was the turning point they had been waiting for. Let's hit them hard! Ava shouted, rallying her team. We have them on the ropes! With the aliens disoriented, the human fleet surged forward. They focused their fire, taking down several more enemy ships in quick succession. Cheers erupted over the comms as each successful shot boosted morale. But Ava knew they couldn't let their guard down. The aliens would retaliate. As if on cue, the remaining alien ships reformed, preparing to launch a counterattack. Stay sharp, Ava warned. They won't give up easily! Just then, a massive alien ship emerged from behind the chaos. It was larger than any they had faced before, its dark hull glimmering ominously. Ava's heart raced. That ship must be their command vessel, Dr. Malik said, eyes wide. If we can take it down, we might end this battle. Then we aim for it, Ava declared. All ships, target that command vessel. This is our chance to end this fight. With newfound determination, the human fleet rallied together. They launched a coordinated attack against the colossal alien ship. It was now or never. The tide had turned, and they were ready to seize victory. The battle reached its climax as Commander Ava Sinclair and her fleet closed in on the massive alien command vessel. Bright beams of energy lit up the dark void of space, creating a dazzling display of power and determination. The human ships moved with precision, their spirits high after the recent successes. Focus fire on that ship, Ava shouted, her voice steady with resolve. This is our chance to end this once and for all! Her pilots responded with enthusiasm, rallying together to take on the enemy's strongest ship. They knew that if they could defeat it, they could win the entire battle. As the human fleet surrounded the alien command vessel, it unleashed a barrage of firepower. The sheer force of the attacks rocked the human ships, but their energy shields held firm. Ava felt a rush of adrenaline surge through her. They had worked hard for this moment, and she refused to let fear take hold. Hold the line, she commanded, as explosions erupted around them. We are humanity, and we will not back down. The pilots followed her lead, their confidence growing with each successful hit on the alien vessel. Ava coordinated their efforts, urging them to concentrate their fire. With each blast, the alien ship began to weaken, its shields flickering under the relentless assault. Dr. Malik watched from the command center, his heart racing as he analyzed the data. Commander, their defenses are dropping. We're getting through. Keep it up, Ava replied, determination burning in her eyes. We're almost there. As the battle continued, the crew felt a wave of hope wash over them. They were fighting for their planet, their families, and their future. This was more than just a battle, it was a fight for survival. Finally, with one last concentrated attack, the human fleet delivered a powerful blow to the alien command vessel. The ship exploded in a spectacular display of light, sending shockwaves through space. Ava and her team erupted in cheers over the comms. We did it! We won! Shouted one of the pilots, his voice filled with disbelief and joy. Ava smiled, her heart swelling with pride. Yes, this is a victory for all of humanity. We've shown the galaxy that we will not be intimidated. As the remaining alien ships scattered, the human fleet celebrated their hard-won triumph. But Ava knew there was still work to be done. They had to assess the damage, both to their fleet and to Earth itself. In the aftermath, Ava gathered her team in the command center. The mood was electrifying, filled with laughter and relief. Today we have proven ourselves, she said, addressing her crew. We faced a powerful enemy and we emerged victorious. But our journey does not end here. What do you mean, Commander? One of the pilots asked, curiosity sparking in his eyes. Ava took a deep breath, knowing she had to prepare them for what lay ahead. The aliens may return. They may regroup and come back stronger. We must be ready for whatever challenges await us. The crew nodded in agreement, their expressions serious but resolute. They had faced danger together and had come out stronger on the other side. Let's work on improving our defenses, Dr. Malik suggested. We can analyze their technology and learn from it. Knowledge is our best weapon. Good idea, Ava replied. We need to ensure that we never face a threat like this again. And we need to build alliances with other planets who may share our vision for peace. As they discussed their plans for the future, a sense of hope filled the room. The battle had brought them together, and now they were ready to embrace new beginnings. Ava knew that humanity was on the brink of a new era, one filled with opportunities to explore the stars and meet new worlds. With determination in her heart, Ava turned to her team. Let's prepare for what comes next. Together we will build a future where humanity thrives among the stars. The team cheered, their voices ringing with excitement. They were ready for the next chapter of their story, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The universe was vast and full of mysteries, and now, with their newfound strength, humanity would explore it boldly. As the human fleet turned back toward Earth, Ava looked out at the stars, her mind racing with possibilities. They had triumphed against overwhelming odds, and now the future was theirs to shape. With courage and unity, humanity would rise to meet the challenges of the universe, ready to write their own destiny among the stars.